Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the VWNUT1967 channel on YouTube. You're looking at my 67 bug, my 64 bug, and my friend Musty 168 Volkswagen bus. I'll insert a couple of clips right here as to what's been going on in the VWNUT's life. Mostly just some vacationing, but there was a reason for the vacationing. The funny part of it is I'd like to tell you I had a couple of screws loose. You'll see what I mean right here. So enjoy the clip and we'll be right back. You've seen the screws that were loose, they're now tight. That was a voluntary situation to straighten out the help with the miles that are on my feet. Now it's like restoring one of these old cars. My feet now have, one of my feet have a full restoration, ready to go, good to go. We also started to scrape the popcorn off of one of the ceilings in one of the rooms of our house, and decided that we didn't like the look of the sheetrock underneath, so we tore the sheetrock off of the ceiling, which then we decided that if we were going to tear the sheetrock off of the ceiling, we decided to tear the insulation out. Then we decided that after we tore the insulation out, we might as well tear the 70s wallboard paneling off and sheetrock the walls. Then we put a tongue and groove ceiling in it. It's one of the rooms you guys see us in a lot with Patina. I'll give you a couple of quick pictures of that right about now. As you can see, we also found a mess in one corner, had to do a little bit of creative house jacking and rebuilding there in the corner. Alright, so we're very happy with our ability to make that turn out. I've been driving the 64 as soon as I could get shoes back on my feet. I've been driving the 64 predominantly and using Ruby the 67 as my Sunday driver. The home restoration project is about 90% complete right now. So we're still got a little bit of a wood shop going on in the garage, but we do keep one bay open for the Volkswagens. I'll get the 64 back over in the shop. We've been doing some cool decklid things with it I'd like to share with you guys. And we'll get over to the shop right now and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, hang on. Alright, couple of things with the 64 I was able to do while I was recovering from the loose screws and the realignment of not realignment, I apologize, nothing was out of alignment. The restoration or restoration of my one foot was being done. They were really popular in the late 80s, early 90s. I mean, if you want to split hairs, we could split hairs in the comments about when they were really popular. The cool air kits for the Volkswagen Bug. Now listen to me, you guys. Before all of you aeronautical engineers and aerodynamically specialist people get in my comments and tell me about how this doesn't make my Bug run cooler and how it doesn't work that way, listen. It's about style. I don't care. We'll be right back. Anyway, we're back. Like I said, it's about style for me. I like the way it looks. You guys are going to see in a second that there's more to it than what you see right there. I did it with the stock hinges. I'm going to show you guys how I did it with the stock hinges in case you don't want to. I'm sure they still sell them or they're still available somewhere. The Cool Air decklid standoff kits. Here at the VWNUT garage, we figure we could probably do it ourselves for what we're building, what we've built into this car. So we just took the stock parts and just made them work for what we needed to do. There's more than meets the eye to this. For the most part, when it's warm like this, I've been driving this car around with no deck lid, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. We'll reposition the camera and show you some of the other tricks. Alright, so if we focus real close down here on the license plate and the license plate light mounted on the bumper, license plate light is functional, does work, and the only thing I'm going to change about the license plate is I'm going to put it on like a spring-loaded hinge, so that because lowrider problems, again style, it does drag a little bit. So when it does drag, I want it to be able to relieve itself out of the way. Hasn't been a problem yet, but in the backyard, when we were driving around to the front yard here, that is what scraped that, and the stinger scrapes. No big deal, lowrider problems. So we'll get into showing you the rest of the deck lid things right now. Look at you guys propped up, probably right about there is good. I'm gonna make this look like more of a struggle than it is. It's not really a struggle, and we'll get into the cool parts and how I made it work here in just a second. Let me get you guys let me get me a soft spot set up first. Alright, so before we get too far into this, you should be able to, if you're a Volkswagen person, be able to identify those because they look a whole lot like that right there. Those replace the stock Volkswagen hinge pin. They're just lopped off, and they are in fact dipsticks. I have left these hinges a little bit loose on this bracket just for fitment. Once the deck lid is on, it's okay. We did put a slight bend in the stock hinge. Usually this slides down. Sorry for the camera work. I'll try and steadier. Usually this slides down to where it's in the 2 bolts. We've just moved it up, put a slight bend in it for clearance. And then we took the tab right here that usually stops the deck lid from going too far forward. And we've bent it down to kind of lock everything in place. And that's how we made the deck lid standoff in this car. And the quick release deck lid. Let me show you how I got the hinge pins out. I'll show you, we can show you right here on this one. We'll take this out. I did have to put a little bit of grease on them to get them out, but to get the original pins out, they're just peened over on the side. So I ground a little bit right here, and I ground a little bit right there, and then I drove the pin out, and then we replaced the pin with the Volkswagen dipstick. And then when you want to show off the world that you have a rear engine car, you just drive around with your bits out, and your license plate and your license plate light are then on your bumper. And we'll go see what Patina's up to, because I'm sure you guys have been jonesing for your Patina footage. So she's been the same, usual puppy dog, killing balls, killing sticks, terrorizing the world, one chew toy at a time. Sorry for the echo chamber, but this is the room that is still under construction a little bit. I got a handful of treats so that Patina is paying attention to me. Alright, she's still paying attention to me. You want this? Sit down. There you go. Is it pretty? Oh, you can sit your good job. Damn. That is some lazy dancing. I need you to actually dance. That's sitting pretty and high five mixture. Can you dance? Dance. Oh, there you go. You're such a good dancer. Yeah, you're such a good dancer. Sit. Sit down. All the way down. Bang. Good job, buddy. So that's what Patina's been up to. Patina, you want to say goodbye to the people? As soon as I'm done chewing, Dad will say goodbye to the people. Say goodbye to the people. Thanks.